The rule that nearly cost my grandma her life just because I spoke Spanish at school. At Roosevelt High in Dallas, our principal, Mr. Grady, had one rule louder than all the rest: English only. Every morning he barked it through the speakers. Any word in another language would land you 3 days suspension, no questions asked. Spanish was all my family spoke at home. The fear of slipping up made every day an exhausting tightrope walk. The crackdown got intense after Mr. Grady claimed he overheard kids plotting in Spanish. From then, teachers roamed hallways, lurked in bathrooms, stalked the parking lots, ears trained for anything but English. My mom stopped showing up at school events after a teacher rocked her accent in front of everyone. Kids started hanging up on their parents mid-call, afraid an honest answer would get them suspended. Puerto Rican, Vietnamese, Haitian, we all learned how to shrink ourselves, hiding our voices. My friend Louis was suspended for calling out to his abuela at pickup. Another classmate, Pierre, lost a scholarship after cursing in French when he stubbed his toe. I kept my phone hidden and silenced, always worried about my grandma, abuela Lucia, whose Spanish was her only language and whose heart problems were getting worse. With my mom working at a warehouse 45 minutes away, I was the official emergency contact. 2 years without a suspension taught me how to swallow my words, how to use nothing but yes and no on phone calls, dodging traps from classmates trying to trick me into responding in Espanol. I invented workarounds: 3 taps for take your medicine, 4 taps for call mom, a secret language that cost us both our voices. Then one day everything fell apart. During history class, my phone vibrated 12 times. Only my neighbor, Mrs. Tran, had that number for emergencies. The missed calls climbed to 20, then 30. The second my teacher turned to the board, I bolted into the hallway and called back. Mrs. Tran was screaming in Spanish. Lucia collapsed, she's barely breathing. Paramedics needed the name of abuela's heart medication, but the neighbor confused the similar names in panic. She couldn't translate for the paramedics, who didn't understand her at all. Our tap codes failed. Texting the med name didn't work. She couldn't read it off a screen. Abuela was dying. I had to choose: stay silent and keep my future, or speak and maybe save a life. I ran for the exit, blurting rapid Spanish into the phone. 3rd shelf, bathroom cabinet, the white bottle, not the blue. She put me on speaker so the paramedics could hear. Switching between Spanish and English, heart pounding, I rattled off allergy warnings, dosage instructions, everything I could think of. I didn't notice Mr. Grady standing by the entrance, phone pointed at me, his expression unreadable. Because of me, the paramedics avoided a deadly drug and abuela survived. The ER doctor told me, if you hadn't given those details, the medication would have killed her in minutes. But the next morning, I walked into first period to see Mr. Grady at my teacher's desk, laptop open. The room was silent. He turned the screen, video footage, crystal clear audio, me, breaking the rule for my family. Would you like to explain? He asked, suspension form in hand. What would you have done? Subscribe to Flash Story and hit like.